Okay, my amazing third and fourth graders. So, this book is called Tacky and the Winter Games. I'm pretty sure Jace knows who Tacky is. Anybody who likes penguins should have read all the Tacky books. So, Tacky is one of my favorite penguins in the world, and we're going to use this read aloud to think about theme. All right, so we know the theme of a story. It's kind of like the lesson or the moral. It applies to anyone, anywhere, anytime. So it's not the main idea of the story. You can't say that the theme of the story is that Tacky the penguin has an adventure. That's a main idea. That's not a theme. A theme could be something like friendship or being kind to others, or because that applies to anyone. You could say, hey, you need to be kind to others. Anyone, anywhere in the world, anytime, past, present, future. So I want you, as you're listening to this wonderful story, to be thinking about the theme. What do you think the message or lesson is? The hard part with theme is that you might be able to figure out the theme, but then you have to separate that and think, okay, why is that the theme? What's your evidence? And that's where you get to the main idea of the story and the details of the story. That's your evidence. All right, Miss Stainer, would you just read the story? Yes, I'll read the story. Tacky and the Winter Games. Tacky. Tacky the penguin has fish on his feet. Okay, here we go. A huff and a puff and a huff and a puff and a huff and a puff. What's happening? Blared Tacky the penguin as he came across his companions. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect. We're huff, training, puff, they replied. Training? Wondered Tacky, hopefully. As in choo-choo? No, training like athletics. The Winter Games are coming, and we must be in shape to win. Looking closely at Tacky, not the fittest of birds, they added, let's get going. So the penguins trained. They raced up steep hills. They jumped rope. They did 100 sit-ups a day. Some of them. They lifted weights. They rode bikes. I didn't want you to enjoy Tacky's version of training. All right. They ate special training meals. They kept strict training hours. Most of all, they practiced their events. Bobsledless racing, ski jumping, speed skating, and finally, after weeks of work, Team Nice Icy Land was ready for the long waddle to the Winter Games. Off they went. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. The athletes marched into the stadium for the opening ceremonies. Teams had come from far and wide. They came from the highlands and the lowlands, the funlands, and of course, the nice icy land. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. On they marched. Ratty-tatty-tatty, boom-boom, ratty-tatty, boom, hey! Tacky marched to a different drummer. For the big show, the penguins all joined in singing the Winter Games anthem. The Winter Games anthem. With our beaks held high and our bellies held low, we'll do our best in the ice and snow. With a yodel waddle, a-ho, a-ho. Yodel waddle he, may the best team win. And that's, darn it, and let's hope it's we. Sorry, I ruined that. After lighting the torch and exchanging high flippers as a sign of friendship, the athletes filed out past the display of medals. Medals to dream about. Not bad. Pretty good. Big winner! The sun rose. Eager penguins prepared for the first event, the bobsledless race. Little webbed feet wrapped around big penguin tummies. Pop! They were off. Tacky was way off. Looking at the wonderful hill before him, he cried, "Great for belly sliding!" With that, he charged under his surprised teammates and sped them down, crossing the finish line in record time. Oh, Tacky. But wait. This is a bobsled-less race. You have a bobsled. Uh-oh, so Tacky was the bobsled. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect tried to explain that it was not a bobsled. It was a penguin. Doesn't look much like a penguin, said the official, examining Tacky. Not much like a bobsled either. Don't know what it is. Anyway, no medals for you. Illegal equipment. So no medals for Team Nice Icy Land yet. In the afternoon, the athletes strapped frozen fish to their feet. While the jumpers waited for their turns, Tacky spent just a few moments in the hut, toasting his toes by the fire. Weren't winter sports fun? Uh-oh. Swoop, plop, swoop, plop, swoop, plop. One after another, the athletes made graceful jumps and lovely landings. Plippy, ploppy, plippy, ploppy. What is this? Uh-oh. Tacky's fish had become thawed by the warmth of the fire and were now flopping wildly. He made a higher jump than he had intended, and lots of landings. No medals for Team Nice Icy Land yet. The last evening, the speed skating relay race was the final event. Last chance, Tacky, warned Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect, who looked mighty aerodynamic in their costumes. Tacky looked mighty, well, tacky. The other teams had already finished, and their times were very fast. Now it was Team Nice Icy Land's turn. Pop! Off they went. One by one, Tacky's companions took a turn around the rink. Goodly passed the baton to Lovely, who passed the baton to Angel, who passed the baton to Neatly, who passed the baton to Perfect, who passed the baton to Tacky, who said thank you and ate it. Ate it? Ate it? Well, it looked like a hot dog. His companions wailed, You ate the baton! And in frustration, they began to chase him around the rink. Tag! Cried Tacky. He loved nothing better than a good game of tag, so he skated faster and faster and faster and faster and barreled across the finish line in record time. But wait, had Team Nice Icy Land really won? Did Tacky have the baton? Without the baton, Team Nice Icy Land would be disqualified. Out came the medics. Off went Tacky on the stretcher, and under the eye of the big X-ray machine, they X-rayed the bottom portion. Nope, nothing there. They X-rayed the top. Certainly nothing there. They X-rayed his middle, and yes, there it was. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect hugged Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird, but a nice bird to have around. All right, so when we think about this, we can really tell that our friend Tacky, not the greatest at training, not really doing the things the others were doing to get ready. And then, mistakes started happening. You know, they didn't get a chance because they had a bobsled. Kind of a bobsled. And then Tacky warming his wonderful feet, unfortunately, causing his skis to thaw. So they didn't win again. And now, during the race, they're doing really well, and he eats the baton. He wins the race, and they prove that he did it. And they finally got a medal. Big winner. So I want you to think about, what would you say the message or the lesson of this is? So I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about the relationship between these friends. And I want you to think about Tacky, the penguin, and see if you can come up with a theme. And I want to show you again. Remember, you should have your theme packet. We all have our theme packets. And in case you get a little bit stuck, look at your theme packet. And in your theme packet is where you are going to find a list. It's that very first page in your theme packet. And it gives you ideas of choices. But you don't have to use those. Those are just options. So if you're having a hard time coming up with a theme for Tacky, go to your theme packet, flip to that it's the back side of the cover. It gives you lots of ideas on there, and see if you can come up with one of those. Because I'm going to be asking you to tell me the theme, and then we're going to talk about what the evidence is in the story. All right, good job.